Hi. I dedicated an entire month of my life to playing remakes of some shitty 1.9 levels. I ended up beating an enormous amount of them in just a few days. 10 to be exact. I'm going to go over all of them in chronological order from when I beat them, starting easy and then getting harder as it goes. I went in chronological order per difficulty when beating them too, so this makes the most sense for me. I logged all of these in my full demon spreadsheet. Alright, let's move on to the first level, which is oddly very ducky. Bath time! Hemdog Vortex started off my grind, being the only easy demon that I beat. Well, except for semicircles, but I beat that when it was medium demon, so in spirit I'll be calling it a medium demon. So that doesn't count, Mom! This level is disappointing to say the least. It looks pretty decent even on LDM, but good lord this level gets so annoying to play. Specifically the transition into the second wave part is really annoying and blind for no reason at all. Didn't enjoy it, 4 out of 10. These ratings are in enjoyment, not in level quality. Next up is Bowser. Evil is the first medium demon on the list, and it's mid as hell. Of all the levels on the list, this is the one I had the most practice on. I do have to say the start of the level has some of the text of all time. It has some cool parts, but the last scoop is so annoying, it ruins most enjoyment you'll get from this level. 6 out of 10. My condolences. The next level is... oh yeah, that one. This level is awful. Just like all other levels on this list, it has a click at the start that barely works, with a painful color palette. It's just hot pink a color palette? No. Yes. I don't fucking care. As a remake of Fairy Dust, this level just doesn't work whatsoever. But it is similar to Fairy Dust. Really hard on the eyes. This level is also not fun to play at all. Wow. Surprise. Even still, I kinda enjoyed this piece of shit for some reason. 7 out of 10. Sometimes that just happens. Now on to another 9 Circles level. Another 9 Circles level. This time with an additional cancerous ship hitbox part. I can see people hating this level, but the only part in this entire level I really didn't like was the first ship. The wave is actually really enjoyable, plus it's not that hard. The decoration has aged, but it doesn't look that bad. Either way, I like this level a lot. 8 out of 10. Anyway, onto the gray level. Impossible. I said gray, not gay, gray. Blacklight is a myth thought up by the 9 Circles doubters. This level can't exist, but it does. And I beat it, so it has to be real. I don't know, man. All I know is that this level is kinda decent. I liked it. At least whenever I passed the pre-drop. Besides that, the level is pretty freaking fun. It's just a shame that the pre-drop fucking sucks. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have some stupid-ass modern-looking level. And let's hope it's playable. Hey, admitting is the first step. Oh my god, this level's so bad. It's insanely awkward. It has so stupid transition and also ugly as fuck. Like, who uses slopes in the cube and doesn't regret it? There's also some semi-redeeming parts here and there. And with this glow part in the wave and stuff like that, but they don't mask the rest of the level's quality. Awful level overall, 3 out of 10. Torture has been endured. So much, in fact, that we broke reality. Broken Reality is a glitch-themed 9 Circles level. Most of this level is amazing, with the exception of the small bridge part in the middle of the level, which for some fucking reason decides to use inconsistent spam. Besides that though, this level is very fair, and has some very good gameplay. Especially the fakes are really well indicated for some reason. Looks cool, has cool gameplay, well-made gameplay, and a coherent theme. 8 out of 10 because of that bridge part. Hey, so I gotta go real quick. I heard a meteorite land. Okay, false alarm. But there is meteoric debris. This is a sequel to Tango Win, which is apparent by the 4 times speed wave part at the beginning. Also not to forget the beautiful alien boss fight at the end of the level, because both women and anime aren't real. This level could go one of 2 ways. You like it, or you get distracted by the aliens. The gameplay is a bit of a mixed bag, since it mostly comes down whether or not you like 4 times speed wave. If you do, you'll be fine. If you don't, I suggest you go read the Bible. I kinda liked it, but the boss fight at the end feels very unnecessary and very alien. 7 out of 10. The crater this meteor left looks like a semicircles. Wait, that makes no sense. Semicircles is a 1.9 GD private server, aka GDPS level, that has now been rated down to easy demon just to fuck with the order I did these levels in. Lovely! This is a very raw skill-based Nine Circles level with a lot of portal changes and reverse wave sections, plus funky portal entries. For those getting into the Nine Circles levels, this level is actually pretty fantastic to border, you know, from easy to medium demons. As for me, this took me no time at all, but I still really enjoyed the level throughout, and I would give it like an 8 out of 10. Yeah. From now on, everything is hard demon or higher, because this level marked the moment I beat all easy and medium demon Nine Circles levels. Next will be a classic Spaceman. What happened to 1 through 12 then? Astronaut 13 is a classic Nine Circles level that I have already talked about before. It's memory-based, weird, and not fun. If you want my more in-depth thoughts, go watch the Nine Circles episode. But overall, I did not enjoy this level, even though I usually do enjoy memory levels. 3 out of 10. Speaking of levels I've already talked about before, Headrush is still not great. The deco looks bad, the gameplay is very slightly above average, and the level honestly just doesn't have much that stands out about it. I did enjoy playing it, but that's mostly because I already had a lot of practice in this from a long time ago. 7 out of 10. Anyway, onto another level I've already talked about, because that's so necessary. Silhouette. This level is still pretty decent, if not very boring. The level is just, like most Nine Circles levels, very much carried by the first part of the wave. Like a lot of the others though, you will find yourself very stupid if you die past it. Especially to the dual wave, which is more chokeable than it actually seems at first. Either way, this level is still pretty decent. 7 out of 10. Now let's go and check out a real classical level. Classical, the first one, is not that bad to be honest. It's very, very unremarkable, especially for the fact that it has spam out the ass and it shares a name with another level we will get to shortly. Oh boy will we. This level is also black and white, which for some reason is very common in these earlier hard demons. I'm very neutral towards this level. Some parts are pretty good, some parts are pretty not that. Overall, it's a level. 6 out of 10. Now onto something I can't call a level. Classical, but the other one is fucking awful. Some of the most annoying memory implementation in any level I've ever played. Some of the weirdest and most inconsistent wave parts in any level I've ever played. And on top of that, some of the buggiest and jankiest shit I've ever played. It's got spam, choke points out the ass, weird jumps everywhere. This is truthfully one of the worst Nine Circles levels I've ever touched. It does have some competition later on, but for now the bar has reached a very historic low. 1 out of 10. It can't get much worse than that. It just can't. Then thy ask thy question, that nobody dared to ask thy. What if we had thy player-colored Nine Circles level? Sharp, without capital letters. This and Classical are two of the hardest hard demon Nine Circles levels in the entire game. Thankfully, it is not as bad as Classical, as long as you ignore that click. The entire gimmick of this level is that it uses player colors, which means it looks different for everybody. And which is also why my icons look like ass here. This level has some weird things, and the pre-drop is really boring, but that's about it. The level is just eh. 5 out of 10. Those were 10 days, alright. The quality was mixed, but mostly very mediocre. 15 Nine Circles levels in 10 days is very good for me though, especially because most of them were medium or hard demons. I did continue on for the rest of the month, but that's for a different time. How many did I beat in total? You'll know soon enough.